Hello, everybody. I'm just getting everything set up here. I hope that this is okay. For some reason, my computer sounds like it's really struggling, and I'm not sure if it's, I don't know why, because I'm not running anything else, but it sounded like it was struggling before I even turned on the streaming software. So if it's really glitchy or something, somebody let me know. Hello, Susan. Hello, Julianne. Hello, Tara. Hello, Eldred. It looks like it's okay on my end. If the sound is off or if the screen is glitching or anything, let me know. Susan says you sound fine. Good. Eldred says I sound quiet. Let's see. My mic is all the way up, so there's nothing I can do on my end. Hi, Linda. And it's all the way up over here, too. So it was sort of pointed away from me. I pointed it more towards me. But hi, Tracy. It's nice to see you. Hopefully it's okay. You probably, well, maybe you can tell. The background behind me is different. My kids are home, so we've been moving and rearranging everything in my studio, and they've been helping me. And I'm trying to clear it out and make it a little more spacious. I set up some space downstairs for my like humidity sensitive art supplies that, you know, don't have to be up here, like paint tubes and stuff so I'm trying to clean it up. But everything is pulled out and it is a complete and total mess. And you maybe can see, like, I've got stuff piled in this chair. There's stuff on the floor. Over here is awful. So, yeah. Tracy says she didn't get a notification for some reason. I have heard that from people before. I'm not sure what triggers it. I don't know how to fix it either. So, I can't see you guys. Let's put these on. Are they all foggy? So, I don't really know what you guys want to do today. I have this Holiday Sketchbox that I haven't used anything yet. Tara says you sound really quiet. I'm all the way up. Like my microphone is all the way up on here. And it's like 3/4 up on the streaming software, so I'm not sure why I'm quiet. Tara says she can't hear me. Who can hear me? Do I sound okay to anybody, or am I off for everybody? I don't know. I mean, it's almost maxed out. It's when I'm away from the mic. Well, I don't know. The mic won't rotate anymore that way. So, I'm quiet there too. I could max out the volume on the streaming software, but like it's got me in the yellow and the oranges here already on my end. I could try turning it up a little and see what happens. Okay, I'm turning it up. Hopefully I don't blow anything out. I'm up in the oranges now. I don't, maybe my microphone is broken. I wonder if I broke my microphone. Boy, wouldn't that be something? That would be something. But my computer is saying I'm in the oranges. So I don't know, maybe it's something with the software. Because normally, like, I try to be right at the upper end of the green and sometimes yellow, but not into the orange. And now I'm up into the orange. Tracy says, I don't think it's you. I think it's YouTube. Because like you know, the streaming software is like monitoring how loud it is on my end, and I'm up into the oranges now. Oops, when I laughed it went red. I hope that won't screw up anything, right? Like I'm not gonna blow out my microphone, am I? Hopefully it'll be okay. I'm in the orange, and when I laugh I go into the red. Oh boy. Okay, well, we'll just do the best we can. Yeah, so I have this, and we could go through this. I have not touched any of the supplies, so we could go through that. Or I have, ouch. I have this new marker paper that I haven't tried yet, that I thought we could try blending on. Tracy said when I turned up the YouTube volume, my laptop volume went down. I'm not super techie. I can't help you with that. I hope I didn't break my microphone. I do think I dropped it when we were moving things around. I'll have to try to run some tests, I guess, after we're done here. It seemed fine. So, anyway, it's almost, my kids are home for Christmas vacation. So that's good. I hope everybody's getting ready to have a nice holiday if you celebrate. I'm just trying to catch up on the comments. You're a little bit farther away from me than the computer is, not the microphone, but the computer is a little bit farther away from me than normal, because I've moved everything around. I'm filming little bits as we go, so that I can do like a studio makeover type video. I'm not like painting or anything, and I'm not spending any money, so it's like a no, well, that's not true. I got some organizing baskets and stuff at Walmart yesterday. I got a bunch of different sizes of organizing baskets, and some shelving for the basement, but that was mostly to make room in the basement for me to bring some of my storage drawers downstairs. And it's a good thing the kids are here because they've been really helpful with carrying the heavy stuff for me. But I've been dusting and organizing, and I feel like this is going to be better for me this winter once everything's done, but right now it feels like an overwhelming mess. Tracy said, did I condo my stuff? Sort of. I was into that whole, I did do the whole Marie Kondo thing back in the, I have a set of drawers under here, and I'm not sure if I like it. I put one of the drawers under the desk, and I feel like it's hitting my knee too much. I might have to move that. So I found there was, when we moved in, there was like an old vintage, I think it must be like from the 60s, and I think it's like a drink serving cart. I'm not for sure, but it's yellow with like a chrome handle and 3 tiers, and it's like a really heavy duty metal. And I brought it up and I've got all my printers on it now, which is really nice. And it's all down at that end, so I don't have to worry about spilling like water stuff on my printer digitally techie stuff. Because my really expensive Pixma Pro used to be under this desk, and I would just roll it out when I was going to use it. So that yellow cart's, it's a touch rusty, but you can't really see it, and it's really strong. Julianne says, ooh, it sounds so cool. Vintage and mid-century is my thing. It is definitely vintage mid-century. And if it was like, I don't know. It's not that bad. You can't even see the rust now that the printers are on it. But yeah, it was really cool, and I always wanted to do something with it. But I never did, and now it's going to be up here and you'll be able to see it because so I'm sitting at my desk now. Normally when I'm filming, like I'm talking to the camera, not for live streams, but like talking, the camera's there and it's pointing this way. And normally that used to be over there. So now that yellow cart is there with all my printers. It was feeling really cramped in here. And also it was cold because I think there were too many of those plastic drawers blocking the heater. So it was really cold in here too. So it was time to clean out and clear out and take care of everything. So, like I said, I had to get the tech stuff away from the wet area because I want to do more painting. Susan says she's from the 60s too. Well, you're vintage and mid-century then, Susan. Tracy said rust adds character. It's not too bad. It was actually in surprisingly good condition for being down in our, this is over 100-year-old house. It's got a rock fieldstone foundation. It does occasionally leak. It could have been in a lot worse shape than it was after being down in our basement for who knows how long. Tracy says, update on the arm. As soon as we're done with the live stream, I go out to see the orthopedic doctor this afternoon. So the plan is, I have not done a video for Saturday yet. I was thinking I have most of an art haul filmed, and I'm thinking I'm going to try to edit it tonight and tomorrow, and also maybe do a little update on my arm, and tack it on to the art haul, I think is what's going to happen. I don't know how I'm going to film the rest of the art haul because it is a mess in here. Maybe I can try to block most of it. I don't know. But yeah, that's my plan. So doctor after this, then I will try to add some sort of update on the video that goes up Saturday. There is a small chance the video might not go up until Sunday just because I haven't actually even edited anything yet. It has been, I don't know. And then just so everybody knows, there will not be a live stream next week. That is, my husband has off from work next week and my kids have off from school. So we're just going to have a family week. I think I'll probably still have a video go up next weekend though, but no live stream next week. So that's where we stand on that. So do we want to try the marker paper first, or should I get out the supplies in this box and start swatching and see what we think? I guess I'm leaning towards the box first. So unless anybody has any input and really wants to see the marker paper, I'm probably going to start with the box. Hopefully this isn't glitching. It seems okay. The box. Okay, let's do the box. All right. I did get water, so I know there's, I think, like some gouache and stuff in here. I'll turn it this way so it doesn't cover up the microwave. What is wrong with me? The microphone. Boy, that was way off. I don't know. There is the Silver Brush Limited Silver White Basic Watercolor Set in size 6, 8, and 10. Can you see it? Yeah, the camera's a little off. But because the computer is farther away, there's a cord that goes from the camera to the computer so I can live stream from here. And it's stretched to about the max. In fact, you might be able to see. Oh, I didn't turn this light on either. I don't know if that's good or not. Let's see. Is that even the right? I don't know. Maybe I won't turn it on. It seems like it's, no, you need the light. Here, let's move you down a little bit maybe. So you can still see me? No. I'll have to figure everything out. The setup. Maybe I can move this back a little bit. That's about the best I can do. And then this is hitting over here. There. Yeah, you can see the cord, but not the light now. Tara says, do whatever works for you. You can always show the haul on your desk. I might have to do part of it that way because it is a mess in here. And it's gonna, this has already been a whole 2-day project. They were home yesterday too, and we started yesterday morning. And we have a long way to go. We've been working all day since this morning. I think we started at like 7:45, 8 o'clock, right around there. And then I just stopped like at 12:15 to have some lunch with them and then get set up for this. So, yeah. And then let's see, there are some Staedtler metallic brush pens, and there are the Strathmore watercolor cards. I don't think I'm going to try those today, I think, because there's another thing in here. This is the Glimmer metallic ink, and can you see it? Yeah, and it looks like it might be kind of oily in there, and I don't want to get oily right now, so I'm probably not going to use that either. Tara says, take care of yourself. I think I overdid it a little bit because it's hurting pretty bad. But I think after I finish this live stream, I'm just going to be done for the day, or at least take a break for quite a while and maybe ice it and whatnot. And then, I don't know. There are two of the, I think these are the Derwent Chromaflow, one in white and one in red. There is the Tombow alcohol-based marker in here. There is the Artist Blender crayon for mixed media and watercolor techniques. And then there's 3 things of gouache. They're the Holbein Artist Gouache in sepia, gray number 1, and ash green. And then there are the black liner drawing, sketching, rendering pens in 0.05, 0.1, 0.2, and 0.3. And then there is this Hahnemühle Nostalgic Sketchbook, still in the plastic. So let's start by taking the plastic off of here. Hi, Autumn. Tracy says, I got the Sketchbox metallic grab bag. It was a lot of fun. That sounds awesome. I haven't seen that one. They had me do a video for the landscape box. And then they just threw this in with it. And they were like, here, have this too. And I haven't had a chance to try any of it yet. So this will be fun. Just a relaxing, I've been, like, I have to move from the elbow. So I have, like, this range of motion. I can't get my arm, like, up here to hold things down. I do have my paperweights, but we'll just do the best we can. Somebody had said they wanted, I can't remember who it was. Was it maybe Julianne? Said they wanted to see the pastels. But I wasn't sure if I would be able to manage that with one arm live. I don't know how many of you saw the art journal video, but I had to cut out huge parts of it because I was getting so frustrated and I sounded upset. You can't cut stuff out of a live video. So I thought I'd do something where I wouldn't get too frustrated on camera. Let's see. Gemma B says that looks like a great box. It really does. Let's see. This has some of the oily stuff on it. But I have a roll of paper towel on the floor next to me, so I'll just grab a piece here. That's handy. Linda says it's 8:30 p.m. in Madrid. Got to go out in a minute. Catch up later. Okay, I hope you have fun. I hope it's something fun you have planned. Maybe you're going to go out dancing or have something nice to eat in a fancy restaurant. That would be awesome. Julianne says, I want to try it. Want to try... Was it you? Are you talking about the pastels? Was it you who said that? I can't remember who it was. It might have been somebody else. I'm not sure. But when I posted I was doing the live stream, somebody commented that they'd like to see the pastels. And I did think about getting them out. But I wasn't sure if I would be able to manage it. So let's open this up. Ooh, the paper is nice. It's like a really thick, it feels like a Bristol paper. What did it say this was? Did I put it down already? Let's see what it says. What kind of paper is this? Is there anything in English? Natural white sketch paper with fine grain for defined pen control and delicate hatching, suitable for use with all dry painting techniques in addition to wet colors. Okay. And it's 90 pounds, so 190 GSM. Okay, so that's the kind of paper we've got. Oh, it was Jennifer. I asked for the pastel domo. Yeah, I was afraid that I would get really frustrated, and then, yeah. I tried to do, for my, Apprentice Artists on, Patreon last night. We did yesterday afternoon, we did the live Zoom call, and we were going to do, or we did do the timed, sketching, and I got really frustrated during it, and I was trying not to get frustrated with it, but I was. I put the replay up, but I was frustrated. So after that experience, I just decided I was going to play it safe today. Tracy says it should do fine with gouache. I hope so. Linda says, no dancing, just got to take my dogs out. Oh, don't have a garden, so you have to go to the park instead. It's very cold. It's, I don't know what the weather is like in Madrid. Do you guys get snow? I don't know. I was watching something on PBS the other day that was Europe from the Air. So let's start with these black fine liners. We'll go in size and just see how those are nice. The tips on these are nice. Sometimes when you get some black fine liners, the tips can be kind of mushy, and you can tell right away they're not going to hold up to a lot of use, but these feel good. What brand are they? Black Liner. Pacific Arc Ink. I've never heard of that brand. I wonder if they're waterproof. Maybe we can check that too. Laura Jane. Hi, Laura Jane. Evening all. Sorry I'm late again. LOL. I was late too, so don't feel bad. I don't think I even started until like 1:10. So, what are you gonna do? And she says, how's your shoulder? I am going to the orthopedic doctor right after this. So I mentioned earlier, I am trying to finish filming a art haul unboxing for Saturday's video, and I will try to put a little update in there and see what they say, and let you know. This is the Derwent Chroma Flow. This is Scarlet 05. I have not tried any of the Chroma Flow pencils. And in fact, the only thing I've tried from Derwent is I have a couple of the Inktense blocks, and then I got the whole... Oh, sorry, you guys, I forgot to shut my phone off. The garbage truck is coming down. I can see it backing down, so if my dog hears it, she's going to start barking. So, just so everybody knows. Okay. Hopefully she doesn't notice. So I got the Derwent Graphitint line, the pencils and the pans. And I'm really happy with those. And I'm thinking I'd like to try some more of the Derwent products. In fact, I think I put the Derwent drawing pencil set on my Christmas wish list. we'll see if anybody gets it for me. I do plan to do a January art haul. She heard the garbage truck. I'll mute it for a second, everybody. Okay, I think she's mostly done. Sorry if there's a few barks in the back. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, she's still barking. Belle, go lay down. I'm just trying to catch up on some of the... Hi, Stacy. It's nice to see you. Tracy says I like most of the Derwent products. Autumn says, I personally love the puppy barks. You should hear the choir in my house. She's got a loud bark. She's a pretty big dog. I think she weighs like 72 pounds. She's fairly large. Let's see. Tara says, what kind of dog do you have? She is a yellow lab. She's a yellow lab. And she is crazy. She's the craziest dog we've ever owned. She was crazy when we got her. She had pica. She was always eating, like, when we first got her, she came home and, like, within the first, I don't know, like 12 hours, like, we knew she was sick and we took her into the vet and she had eaten a bunch of bark at the the parents' owner's house before we got her. And she had multiple, and then she started eating rocks. But she stopped that like around the time she turned a year old. But she has had Lyme's disease twice, even though we, check her for ticks every night. She has the flea and tick chewable, and what's the word? The Lyme's disease vaccine. And she still has had Lyme's twice, which is not great. We live where it's really bad. They don't know if it was Lyme's disease or ehrlichiosis. It's treated the same, but I had a tick-borne illness too, 13 years ago here in this house. So we do our best, but she's had it twice, and the second time she had some neurological damage. So now she is very protective, I guess, of our house and us and stuff. So it makes things a little bit hard, but she's doing all right. Julianne says, you have 5 dogs? Holy moly. Tara says labs are my fave. Yep, I like her, but we've always only had labs, and they need a lot of exercise, which is, I usually take her for a 45-minute run in the mornings, and then my husband does when he gets home, and then she gets out a lot. We live sort of back in the woods, so she's just loose in the yard a lot too, but lots of exercise. Lots of exercise. Yeah, she has had a rough time. So, but she's doing all right. She's 5. She's hanging in there. She has a little residual joint damage too. I think it was the second time. I think we didn't know she had it right away because she limps already anyway because she had it once. And I think like we didn't realize something was wrong for like the first month. And it went a little bit long. Let's try this Tombow marker and see what we think. So this is a brush on this end. Ooh, that's nice. I haven't tried any of the Tombow alcohol markers either. Only the I've got some Copics and the Ohuhus, and I have a set my son gave me. I can't remember what brand it is. And the set that I got from Temu, although I ended up giving that to a artist I know, a young artist who is 13 years old, and she really wanted some alcohol markers, so I gave those to her. So here we have the white brush. These are the Staedtler. I wonder if that would show up on top. Look at how nice that shows up on top of there. That's nice. That's kind of fun. These are the Staedtler metallic brush lettering pens. Oh my goodness, Shannon says she has 15 cats. How do you have 15 cats? You must have do you have a really big house? Are they like always under your feet? How do you open a can of tuna without them all coming? That would be crazy. Like, are they always like right? Do they sleep on your bed? That is a lot of cats. It sounds like a lot of fun though. Tracy says, I'm getting used to adopted 2 little kittens after 20 years of no pets. They finally slept all night last night. Yay! And also, I had 2 cats. They passed away not too terribly long ago. They never slept through the night. They love to be up at night. This is a pretty color too. Yeah. Tracy says, yowza, that's a lot of purring and kitty litter. Haha. I didn't even think about that. How much kitty litter do you need to go through? That's crazy. Maybe they're out. Do they go outside? Maybe they go outside. Tara says, give her a gentle pat for me. She's a good dog. She is. Tracy says, Tara says 15 cats. Wow. I did not know. Do you mean you bought, Jennifer B says, I bought Ohuhu pastels last night. I did not know they make pastels. Are they soft pastels, oil pastels? I didn't even know. I guess I didn't realize they were only markers. I have to check that out. And you got the Rembrandts for half price. Wow, that's awesome. These markers are really nice. Look at how shiny. I don't know if you can see how shiny that silver is. Maybe not. I could try to zoom in a little bit. Let's see. I'm just reading the... Shannon says she tries to avoid tuna. Most are outside during the summer. That would make sense. That would be a lot of kitties to clean up after. My parents had a kitty that we think it just passed away, but they live like even farther out in the woods than us, and they had they think someone dropped the kitty off below their house around Christmas time, I think 12 years ago. I think they said she was 12 years old, but I think she was not that old, because my oldest son named her, and he was little at the time, but I don't think he was that little. But she was like a wild kitty, and they gradually got her like to, come into the garage, and she'd sleep in their furnace room, but she never came in the house. And she never really had a litter box either. She just always went outside, even in the winter. My dad put in a little door for her so she could go outside. But yeah, she was like somewhere between 10 and 13. And they think she might have passed away. She'd go outside, and then, because she was still, partially wild, but she would always come back at night. And just a couple weeks ago, she did not come back at night. So they're feeling kind of sad. That's the hard part about pets, is when we lose them. It's really, really hard. This is the Holbein Artist Gouache Ash Green. I have never used any of the Holbein gouache. They're very pricey, and I just haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. But this is beautiful. Look at that color. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. It's very creamy and nice. Very nice. I'd say, I mean, I can see why people really love it. The texture and consistency is probably, well, I'll reserve my judgment till I do the other two ones too. Jennifer says soft pastels. I was surprised too. Have you tried them yet, Jennifer? Have you used any of them? Did you order them, or did you get them in person? And if you got them in person, have you tried them yet? This is some really nice gouache. This is really pretty. It is the artist gouache. What, does anybody know if this is their, what's their top level gouache? Is that the artists or the designers? I know for Winsor and Newton designers is their upper level. Who knows about the Holbein artist gouache? Is that their student grade? Is it the cheaper one? I don't know. Autumn Rain says outside kitties are the leading cause of indigenous bird species. I think you mean leading cause of death. Found that out when I worked with a wild animal rescue. Had no idea. I don't think their cat ever really ate birds, but I will say that it was known to kill a bat or two, which is not not great either. But I don't think she ever killed birds. But she wasn't, I mean, somebody clearly just didn't want a cat and dropped it off by my parents' house, maybe thinking that they were soft-hearted suckers and would take it in. I mean, that's clearly what happened. And by the time they found her, like, she was pretty much feral, and she never really, like, they leave the door of their house open. She would never go in their house. Not ever. In all the years they had her, she never went in the house. As far as she would go would be the furnace room. And they would, like, leave the door open. She would not come in the house. So, I don't know. At least they took care of her and fed her, I guess. If you went into the furnace room, she'd let you pet her a couple years in. I don't think she let me pet her until she was, like, 3. She was, like, a baby kitten when they found her. Let's see. Shannon says we had many, many cats just disappear after they were old enough to go outside. Yes. And when I was little at that same house, we had a cat get eaten by a fisher. So, like, they would never have normally had an outdoor cat after that. But like I said, it was a strange circumstance. Hi, Michelle. Michelle's here. Autumn Rain says leading cause of death. Wow, I'm not my best today. Tracy says artist gouache is the professional grade. Thank you, Tracy. I can see why people love this gouache. I would say the texture is very, very creamy and rich and thick. And I think it might even be creamier and richer and thicker than both the Winsor and Newton designer gouache and the Shinhan designer gouache, which were my 2 favorite non-acrylic gouaches right now. It's really nice. It's really, and you can see it's drying to a really velvety texture. I can see why people love it. Jennifer says the Ohuhus are square format, but thicker than new pastel, and they're wrapped in paper. Interesting. Are they rated for light fastness by any chance, Jennifer? I would be very interested in knowing that. Hi, Elise. Elise, yeah. I also have to check and make sure I'm saying it right now, because I think for the whole first, like the first 2 live streams, I was saying Elsie because I read it wrong, because my brain does weird stuff sometimes. Oh my gosh. Hi. Oh, Autumn asked the same thing. Are the Ohuhu pastels light fast, and do they give pigment numbers? That's what I want to know too. Love and life. Owls and hawks snatch up small cats and take them. We've had it happen a lot where I live. Yep, that happens too. Michelle H says, sorry, I've come in late. What kind of gouache are you trying? I have, where'd I put the box? I had this Sketchbox holiday box. And there were 3 tubes of gouache in it. And they are the Holbein Artist Gouache, and they are gray number 1, sepia, and ash green. So those are the colors that I just tried. I like this paintbrush. I'm assuming the silver white. Are these, they must be, isn't the silver black velvet, is that the same company? Does anybody know if this is the same company as the silver black velvet? Because these are nice. Are these cheaper than the silver black velvet, or are they similar? I don't have a lot of experience with the higher end watercolor brushes. Just catching up. It's easy because Elise and Elsie are so close. I know, but I still felt bad. Oh my gosh, ooh, I love Holbein. This is my first time trying it. I mean, you know, it was in the box. I have not bought any because of the price. But now I think I might need to try some, especially if I decide I'm going to do more work in gouache. I've been thinking a lot about, what's going to happen this winter. I don't know, but I have a feeling that I might be headed towards surgery. So that's partially why I was talking about how it's a mess. I don't know how much you can see, but I have been, my kids are home and they're doing all the heavy lifting for me. And I'm moving things around to make it easier to get around in here. No tripping hazards, making sure everything that I need is easy to get to. And I'm also thinking a little bit about what I'm going to do this winter if I mainly only have the use of one arm and how I'm going to handle that. So that was sort of the instigation for cleaning in here. I mean, I could be wrong. I guess I'm not going to guess. I don't know. We'll find out shortly. So, Laura Jane says, Tracy, step away. You said you weren't buying any more goodies. Let's see. Oh, that's why I was looking back to see what she was saying, and she said the pastels are a good price, $23.48 for a set of 72. Did anybody answer if they have the light fast rating or the pigments on them? I don't know if I missed it or not. You guys the computer's farther away, so it's a little bit harder for me to see it. Michelle H says, beautiful gouache. That one's my fave. I can see why it is. I think that if I think, yeah. I'm going to do an art haul in January because you guys, so the Blick affiliate marketing, I've been a Blick affiliate marketing member, whatever, for like a whole year now. And before you get any payout from it, you have to reach $100. So I finally reached $100 this month, and I get $100 now to spend at Blick. They won't pay you out till you reach 100. So I'm going to have that in January. And then I have some credit card points too. So I think I'm going to do a Blick haul in January, and then maybe February I might do a no buy month, unless I do have to have surgery, because then I don't know. Depending on what I can do. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to think about it. Not going to think about it right now. Tracy says Holbein has a primary mixing set that is often for $25 on Amazon. Ooh, I might have to check that out. Autumn says silver brush is made using synthetic filaments. They're cost effective, but also an amazing brush. I need to pick up a few. So at first I always said there's no point in buying expensive watercolor brushes, but I recently changed my mind. And I actually talk about it a lot in the art haul that is partially filmed. Because I may or may not have gotten some new watercolor brushes. You'll have to watch and see. I changed my mind. I think when you're learning, it's not as big of a deal, but what I've been discovering so I had a couple of the silver black velvet brushes, and what I was discovering with those is when you load your brush with pigment and then you put it on the paper, the cheaper brushes will like dump a lot of the water and pigment right away and like not hold on to it, but the nicer brushes hold on to it. So like Like it gradually, you know, so instead of getting like a dump of color all right at once, it gradually releases it, which I guess probably wasn't, you know, skilled enough to realize at the start, but I'm realizing it now, so I changed my mind. Sorry, I forgot to shut my phone off, everybody. Jennifer says she's looking up the details for the pastels. Thank you. Julianne says, I hope it doesn't come to surgery for you, but hope it is an easy fix. Yep, we'll see what happens. Hi, Linda. Elise says Blick has good discounts in January. That's good. Oh my gosh says, what are the size of those tubes of gouache? They look big. If my eyes can read. They're reflective and I've got the lights on, which doesn't help my eyes at all. I don't know. Oh, 5 ml. They're 5 mLs. And again, these were in the Holiday Sketchbox box. I was going to line them all up in my hand, but I don't know if I can. Okay. Oh, nope. All right. So there are the tubes there. I'll see if I can line that up for you. There are the tubes. So they do seem, you know, fairly large. It said 5 ml, right? Yep, 5 ml. Autumn says, do you go? No, I don't do real fur because they're too much like Miss Farita, the sable, which is why I was interested in the silver black velvet, because they are not real fur. I'm sure the real fur are wonderful. And I'm not like a vegetarian or anything. But sable are too close to my Miss Frita, so I mean, if somebody gave me one, I guess I'd use it, but I just don't see myself buying one. Oh my gosh, says, ooh, maybe they're tiny, LOL, normal size is 15 ml. That's what, so like, with my Daniel Smith, you can get, this is weird. These two tubes are different sizes. Look at that. They both say 5 ml, but they're different sizes. Maybe that's why they're in the Sketchbox kit. Maybe they had like, I don't know. Maybe they had some that were like errors or something. Look, they're definitely two different sizes. Is that focusing? I can't tell. I don't know. And I can't raise my other arm to make it focus, so sorry about that. So like the Daniel Smith, they have 5 ml or 15 ml for their watercolors. So I'll often buy like the 5 ml size to find out if I like it before I invest in the big one. Tracy, who says the mixing set is 15 ml. Autumn Rain says, I can't do real fur. It just gives me the ick. Well, yeah, because, I mean, sable are basically ferrets, so... the Ohuhu say they are artist grade pigments, ASTM certified, high light fastness, and fade resistant, but I don't see ratings or pigment numbers. That always makes me feel a little... The Sennelier are like that, which you wouldn't think they were because they're expensive. And they don't have the pigment info listed or the light fastness. And I have the Paris set. And I reached out to Blick, and Blick got me the info from the company, and they are not all light fast. I still have to go through and sort out the ones that aren't. And oddly, I don't know that I'm supposed to share it. Well, not oddly, I can see why they wouldn't want people to share it. I'm not sure why they gave it to me in the first place. Yeah, it was disappointing. So now I tend to want to buy the ones that have the light fast rating, or at least the pigment info, so I can look up the pigment info, you know. The black velvet are great, but they are a mix of real and synthetic hair. Is that true? Oh no, I thought they were not. I have to look that up. I thought they were all synthetic. That's why I got them. I'm gonna Google it quick, everybody. Silver, black velvet brushes. Oh, squirrel hair and black synthetic filament. I did not know that. I thought they were all synthetic, you guys. Well, that's disappointing. I did not know that, you guys. Sad. Now what? Well, who's got a synthetic brush they really like? Any recommendations? I purposely bought that one because I thought they were only synthetic. I don't know where. Yeah, Tracy says since you have them, I might as well use them. I will use them because I don't have the money to not use them. If I had all the money in the world, but it's too late now. Can't return them. I already used them. It is what it is, I guess. Black velvet holds such a great point. They do hold a nice point. I suppose they have to kill the squirrels to get the hair, right? They can't. They're probably not just shaving them, right? I mean, yeah. Tracy says, what kind do you have, Autumn Rain? I would like to know. Somebody give me some recommendations for synthetic watercolor brushes they like a lot. Autumn says Princeton Neptune is one of my favorites. I have a couple Princeton Neptune and I have one Aqua Elite. The Princeton Neptune feel a little mushy to me, if that makes sense. Like they're not springy, they're a little too soft. I might maybe get a couple more Aqua Elite and try those out, I guess. Gemma Fur says Raphael has synthetic Kolinsky sable-like brushes and they're really good. Do you know the name of them? The range or whatever, the line? Art and Jewel says Rosemary and Co. have a great range of brushes. They do, but they're super, super expensive, aren't they? I was told by someone, I can't remember who, that they're super expensive, and I didn't even look at them because I don't have a lot of money right now. I have never heard of the Artigra watercolor brushes. Oh, maybe I have them mixed up. Oh my gosh, these are a little bit firmer than the Neptune. The Aqua Elite are super, super soft. Maybe I have them mixed up. I only have the one Aqua Elite and like 2 of the Neptunes. And I haven't really super compared them. I might have them mixed up. I hear my dog making a lot of noise. Jerry's Artorama sells Mimic by Creative Mark. I find these are very well made and do a great job. Okay. Autumn Rain says the Neptune is like squirrel. They are supposed to be floppy. The Aqua Elite have more snap. So I was right on that. That's what I thought. I feel like the Neptunes are very soft and the Aqua Elite are a little more snappy, and I tend to like a little more snap. Tara says, I like my Escoda Versatile Travel Brush. Recently got a Princeton Aqua Elite that I love. I also got a set of the Neptunes for very little and like them, but they're very soft. I have not tried the Escoda either. I've heard those are super expensive too. I haven't really looked at them much. Shannon says, I just looked at, and mine are goat hair. So I will say I have a bunch of oil painting brushes that are hog bristle brush. But I guess I thought they don't have to kill the animals to get those. But I bought those again years and years ago, so I don't know. But at the time I thought that they didn't have to kill the animals to get the hog bristles, but I could be wrong. I haven't bought more, so I don't know. When I got more oil painting brushes, I got I got the Princeton, they have a light turquoise blue handle, that range, and some with a silver handle, and then a lot of the Blick brand with the white bristles and the dark blue handle, and those are all synthetic. So those are the ones that I'm slowly replacing the oil painting brushes with. Art by Jula said, I paid 18 pounds for 6 smaller watercolor brushes. Oh, sorry, you guys. I don't know who keeps texting me. I have it set up so that if someone texts me, it continues to make noise so that I, like, if my kids need me when they're at school and I miss the first one, I hear it. So sorry. So 18 pounds for 6 smaller watercolor brushes. What brand did you say you were using? I'm going to scroll back and see if I can see it. Rosemary Co. Really? Huh. I did not know they were that affordable. I guess I thought they were super, super expensive. I feel like I looked once, but I think I was looking at some of the bigger brushes maybe. I don't know. I know Andrew Tischler always uses Rosemary and Co. brushes, and I watch him a lot. I think it's him. Pretty sure, like 95% sure it's him who always uses the Rosemary and Co. brushes. And I feel like I looked at them and they were too expensive for me. Just reading through the Roman Smalls paintbrush in the mail. I would love to know how that one is. And Linda says Princeton snap brushes are great. Also, that's one I haven't heard from. I'll have to check that out. And Art at Jewel says the Frugal Crafter swears by Creative Mark Mimic. I found them a bit soft. Okay. And Jennifer says the Raphael Synthetic Kolinsky Sable watercolor brush. Thank you. I'm going to do some checking before I do my January art haul and see what I think. Art at Jewel says the Craftamo Bamboo are quite similar to Princeton Snap. Okay. Shannon Jones says I'm looking for some acrylic brushes that won't bankrupt me. I can show you what I use. Let me grab them. They're right over here. I think I can get to them. Okay. Acrylic brushes. So let's see. These with the green handle are all from Walmart, and they're not bad at all. My favorite for acrylic are these. These are the Blick Scholastic Wonder White, and like you'd think they wouldn't be good because I think they're Scholastic, like they say they're student grade, but they are some of my favorite and not very expensive. So you can see I've got, what's this? What ones are these? Oh, and then I haven't tried these ones yet. I just got these not that long ago. These are the Liquitex Basics. Oh, you can't see them, can you? I'm sorry. Here, let's zoom out. Sorry about that. I can't move my arm forward. So the Blick Scholastic for acrylic. I really love these. And then I haven't tried these Liquitex Basic brushes yet. Somebody I watched says they really love them for acrylic, and they weren't that expensive. I don't feel like I paid that much. And then these with the silver handle, these are the Royal and Langnickel Zen brushes. These are really nice too. I like that. This is my favorite. I have two of them. This is the size 10. And I like these ones a lot. But I will show, I do have a couple super expensive. I feel like this was not a cheap brush. This is the Simply Simmons XL. I feel like this was like $25. And this one is so expensive that I haven't even taken it out of the package. This is the Color by Felix mop brush, and like it's so expensive I'm afraid to use it. And I know that's ridiculous, but it's the truth. That's why it's still in the package. I feel like this was maybe the most expensive brush I had bought at the point that I bought this. And I have my most expensive sketchbook I have not used either, because I don't know what it is. It's something about when they're expensive, I'm like afraid to use them. So a lot of these are just like cheap Walmart brushes. These are just cheap Walmart brushes. And like when you first use them, they might shed a little bit, but they're not that bad. Oh, there was a bunch of comments. I'm way behind now, I think. I'm telling you, you're so far away, I can't even see you. The Simply Simmons Extra Firm Filament Brushes. Is that what this one is? It says, it doesn't say. I don't know what these are. It's a nice brush though. Art Ed Jules says, I was told if you take good care of your brushes, they'll last a lifetime, but of course quality must come into it. I've been happy with my Rosemary & Co. That's what my oil painting brushes. Let's see, 20 years old. Haven't thrown any of them out yet. I could grab them. They're over there too. They're a little bit farther back and there's stuff in the way. I better not. I don't want to trip and hurt my arm. Maybe next time I could show you the oil painting brushes. Yeah, I have not had to 20 years and I've used them. I used them for a good 5 years at the start of getting them. And then I've been using them heavily for the last 5 years there too. And they're all doing great. None of them have had to be thrown away. And actually, here's another one. This is an acrylic brush. This one is, I'm almost positive this is one of the ones that's 20 some years old. This is a Princeton Art and Brush Co. Bright. And I believe this is 20 years old. I'm just trying to find some of the other ones in here that are, I think this is another one that was that old. Most of my old ones I use for oil painting because that's what I was painting in back then. So that's what I had them for. Oh, here's a tip, you guys. So this expensive one, this mop one, this is, I think I said this in my art hack video, but this is a makeup brush from Walmart that I got for like $4. And it works just as good as, I have two of these. I have one for oil and one for acrylic, and I have used the oil one, but I haven't taken the acrylic one out of the package. This works as well as the one that I use for oil painting for blending and stuff, and it was like $4 at Walmart. So, yeah. Elf makeup brush. I'm just reading some of the, oh, I got behind on the comments. Shannon says I have some of the Walmart ones. Yep, they're the Royal and Lang Nickel. They're, you know, they're decent, and you can get a huge pack of like 10 brushes for $8. But I would not, for acrylic and oil, it's okay. I wouldn't try to use them for watercolor. I've tried. They don't work great. Tracy says I can't bring myself to spend a lot of money on brushes for acrylics because yeah, that's the same. You know, these weren't too bad. These are probably, I would say the if you want to spend just a little bit more, these are decent. Otherwise, just stick with the Walmart brushes if you don't want to spend a lot on them. I have 2 tubs of acrylic brushes, and this is the bigger size tub. But I have a lot more of the Walmart brushes in the other one. Somehow this turned into a brush discussion, you guys. Art at Jules says the only expensive art supplies are the ones you don't use. Yeah, but I can't bring myself to do it. I don't know. Stop people. Sorry. Sketchbox must have known I was talking about them because I just got a text message from Sketchbox. Where are we? Oh my gosh, I like Simply Simmons. Is it Simmons or Simons? It must be Simmons. I use the brushes for gouache all the time. That's the only one I own of those. I've been meaning to try more. I've got a lot of brushes. Which ones are the regular ones? I'm not sure what you mean. Maybe you're talking to someone else. Which ones are the regular ones? I'm not sure. I don't know. Boy, this room is totally different already. You guys are going to be shocked when you see it. I'll have to get some new plants or something to brighten it up in here. Maybe some lights or something. Yep, she's talking to Jennifer. Tara says, I'm too scared to use my Neptune modeler. Well, I totally understand. Because right there, too scared to use it. And then, I think it's over here. This one. Is this it? Yep. Too scared to use it. $37 this was. And I'm too scared to use it. I don't know. It's such thick paper too. It's so nice. I got it because I was going to paint like acrylics in it, like for a sketchbook, like for fun. Haven't touched it. Where did I get that from? Of all the gouache you have tried, which is the best? Well, if you're talking to me, so if you're using acrylic gouache, I have not tried the Holbein acrylic gouache, which is widely supposed to be the best. I've been very happy with the Turner acrylic gouache, and I feel the quality is good and the price is good. So that's what I use for acrylic gouache. For regular gouache, I go back and forth between, so I have a bunch of the Winsor and Newton designer colors, and I now, thanks to Shinhan, have a bunch of their designer gouache colors. And then I have the Hemi gouache. I'm not a huge fan of the Winsor and Newton. I know it's light fast, but the texture seems a little off to me. I mean, it's really opaque and it's really velvety. But the texture seems a little off to me. I like the texture of the Shinhan gouache better. But you can't buy it open stock anywhere in the United States. You have to order it from Jackson's. So that's a problem. It's not sustainable for me to use it. I might have to check. I know they're pricey, but I might have to check out the Holbein Artist Gouache if I decide to do more gouache this winter. I don't know what I'm doing. We'll see. Where are we here? Pick a random page and go for it. The sketchbook is for play and experimenting. You're right. Bobby says, would you buy a cup of coffee and not drink it? I know it's not. I don't know, it's like some sort of mental block. Like, I feel like this brush was super, I think it was like $30. And I have used the oil one. I don't know what's stopping me. I know, it's weird, I know. I don't know. It's a thing. It's a real thing. I know other people have it too, so it's not just me. Elise, am I saying it right? Elise says, do you like the Hemi gouache? I do. I like the texture. I like using it a lot. And actually I find myself using it the most of any of them, but the problem is it's not all light fast. I don't know if they're light fast rated at all. I know people have done some home light fast testing, and that a lot of the colors are not light fast. And then it can be a little less opaque, if that makes sense. It can be a little translucent-y when it shouldn't be, if that makes sense. But I like the texture, and I like the velvetiness of it dry when it dries. I can't reach that. I have I've been using my orange box of Hemi gouache quite a bit. Looking up says, I got the Shinhan gouache from a US shop. Okay. Was it open stock though? So like I have sets of Shinhan gouache, and you can buy sets from Amazon and places, but open. So like if you use up your tube of, burnt sienna, there is nowhere other than Jackson's that I have found where you can buy a tube of burnt sienna to replace that. You have to buy the whole set, if that makes sense. Hello, Sarah. So if you're saying you bought some open stock from a US shop, please let me know where. Art Department LLC. Where is that, can you order online? Angie says, I've seen some people suspect the jelly gouaches are actually poster paint. I've been curious about the Art Whale jelly gouache because the cups have lids. I have not tried the Art Whale jelly gouache. The consistency of the Hemi gouache is a little different than like the Winsor and Newton gouache, obviously. I mean, the price point is worlds away. Looking up says online, $5-ish a tube, open stock. I'm writing it down. Writing it down right now. Art Department LLC. Art Department LLC Shin Han gouache, open stock. Okay. Well, that right there makes the whole live stream worthwhile today. Thank you. You're so far away. Let's see if I can scoot closer. So I've not tried poster paint in a long time. The Himi gouache does not seem at all like I remember poster paint being. But it is also not the same as, you know, either the Shinhan or the Winsor and Newton designer gouache. I mean, they're not the same. But I don't think they're poster paint either. I mean, they're way thicker. Well, like I said, I've only tried the Himi. But poster paint tends to be thinner and runnier and fairly translucent. And the Himi gouache is not translucent. Like in comparison to the upper end gouaches, it's a little translucent, but it's not translucent. Like, you know, I hope that makes sense. I was comparing it to the upper end gouaches. And it's, you know, thick. And it dries completely matte and velvety, just like the regular Winsor and Newton gouache. But I guess I don't know what poster paint dries as. Yeah. The 12 set of gouache is $33 for Shinhan. I was lucky enough to have mine given to me, so I don't know how much they are. I have the 12 set, and then they gave me, I think, a 24 set of their set B. When we were hosting the Painttober, they were kind enough to send me some paint for me too, which was a surprise when I opened it. So that was nice. And like I said, one of the main things I know they have the light fastness rating, just because they're a newer brand, and any newer brand, I would do some testing of light fastness before I would do finished work with them. Yeah. So that's where I am on the Shinhan. The one thing about the Winsor and Newton, they're pricey and whatnot, but they are, like, the pigment info is right on there. I think the pigment info is on the Shinhan too. The Winsor and Newton is mostly single pigments. The Shinhan, some of their tubes are more than one pigment, which can lead to muddy mixes if you're doing a lot of mixing. And then Winsor and Newton has been around for a long time, and, you know, their light fast ratings aren't really debated, if that makes sense. Yeah. Oh my gosh, as I ordered the set B this morning. It's on sale for $72. It's normally $90. It was super nice of them to send it to me. And they also sent me the PWC watercolors, the whole 32 set, which I did in one of my videos. I swatched all of those. And I think those are, yep, those are right down here, except I'm hitting the camera mount. These I can reach. They sent me these. So they gave me this and then the B set of the gouaches. And I did swatch all of these in one of my last live streams. But these are really, really beautiful. I think they have the light fastness rating for the most part. Yep, light fastness 2. Let's see if it's got the pigment number on them. I would think if they have them on here, they would have it. Yep, pigment PG7. So the watercolor, the Shinhan watercolors have the pigment info and the light fastness on them. So I would imagine the gouache does too. But that is not easily reachable with my setup right now. So I cannot check those for you. Oh my gosh, says I have their pastel PWC watercolor set and I love it. Art at Jules says Winsor Newton is cheaper than Holbein and Shinhan here. Oh, not where I am. The Holbein's way more than the Winsor and Newton. Oh no, that's what you said. Yeah, Winsor Newton is cheaper. Yes, that's why I settled on Winsor and Newton. Because I couldn't afford the Holbein. I mean, I could, but they're very expensive. There's a weird, I can't see. So Elise says, I painted for years, and I think it says acrylic and watercolor, so she's trying to broaden her horizons. That's always good. I like trying new supplies. It can get you out of a funk when you're in a funk. Oh, I have pastel dust all over my arm. So you guys, that's been, I think, over an hour. And I have to go get ready. I guess I got to go get ready and head out for the doctor. So, yep, I've got to go do that even if I don't want to. So wish me luck, everybody. Hopefully it'll be okay. And then I will come home and finish opening December's art haul. It was actually stuff that I got through November too. I don't think I had a November art haul. So like I was filming as I was opening, so it's gonna be kind of big. And there's something, I was saving something I'm really excited to open for after the appointment, to cheer me up. So, I will maybe just film that on my desk like one of you suggested so that I can not have to clean up anymore. It was good talking to everybody today. I hope you had a good time. All of these things in the sketchbox were really nice. I like that texture. They're very matte and velvety. These markers were fun. It was all fun. I would recommend this, and this sketchbook is nice too. I like the cloth cover. It was all nice. I recommend that box if anybody's interested in it. All right, everybody. It was good to see you all, and I will talk to you soon. Remember, no live stream next week for Christmas vacation. I'm hoping to still have videos up this weekend and next weekend. The one for this weekend, hopefully will be up Saturday, but if not Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, and if not Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning, depending on my internet and how quick I get it edited and rendered. So, I hope everybody has a great weekend and a great holiday if you celebrate, and I will see you all next time.